So this is a video on hooking up canopy lights. They put temporary lights up, and that's good for, I think it's either 4 weeks or 6 weeks, and then you gotta hard pipe it. Welcome to Chicago. You wonder why I'm in the basement? It's because we typically store these guys in here when they're not in service. It's a nice slick system. Got your girder clamps, drops down, and goes in here. Usually I connect these with the Wagos. This should be a long enough wire to just put these back up and hook everything back up. Now you can see this one has the, this is going to be your connection to whatever. And I'll go around the outside of the building and show you the various connection points. This light, now this is probably for the front. This is probably for the front connection because that's where it was last. Good, look, I'm finding everything. It is a requirement that you actually have these there. Should be on 24/7. I know the owner likes to sneak it on the circuit for night and day, but it should be on 24/7. So we're gonna change these bulbs too. We're gonna put new bulbs in there. We don't want any problems with the city or anything. So yeah, here's some more. So, and they might also be stored. Found a few back here in what we call the cast iron room. We got all our cast iron in there. So I'm gonna carry them out the back door here because the canopy today is gonna go into the alley. All right, and gonna need a little wrench and our box of Wagos, which are the push-on connectors, and wire strippers. And normally I'd set up a rolling canopy. I gotta make a decision on it if it's worth it. I gotta see how long it is. I think it spans the side of the building. It might be worth it to set the rolling canopy up, and the 2 hours of setting it up is worth, it's gonna save you over 2 hours of moving and crawling up and down ladders and everything. All right, so again, normally stored here, and you just hook this up one section at a time, and then beam clamp, beam clamp, beam clamp. Use some wires to hold it temporarily up there. I will show you that. A little video on the setup this that we've made so everything goes quickly and smoothly. When it comes time to get more porcelain pull heads, see the little lip right there? That's what you want. That way the screens, I forgot what exactly they're called, this is actually made to clip onto that. There's a couple of things in here. This isn't the right one. These are not the right ones either. These don't fit. So you need to get the right ones that actually work with porcelain pull. Plenty of examples out there. This is the one that works really well. It's called Electrical Supply Company, Crest Lighting. They can hook you up with what you need. In the light box, this is 1/4 2 bolts. Just get the same length on each one of them, and got a little bolt here locking it in place. And then your beam clamp. So if you need to make more, that's how you do it. Again, be careful. Some of these on the side, like that one, has a 3/4. It's got a 3/4 knockout. This is for straight, and then you gotta get 1/2 inch all the way around if you want to have it come out the side like this. And if your hookup's right, you can put it in the top, but I've never bothered with that. I just go on the side. All right, so that's that. I think at the end of this season, the wire's getting kind of short. It's been 3 seasons we've used these. Just re-pull new wire in there and leave yourself, you know, a good 6-9 inches. That'll get you through a number of seasons. You can easily wrap up that wire in the box. You got a nice deep box, and these are just porcelain pulls. See, and this one has this has a regular box with the plaster ring going to the light box. So better just get the light box. Just get it with what you need. You know, unless you need more connections with, which I doubt it. So, all right, that's the setup. You have a number of those. Everything goes really smooth, and just use your lights for 1 year. It's going to be on 24/7, so you're going to hit you know, 5,000-6,000 hours. It's not going to make it the next season, so that's it. And then these things get dirty too. So, all right, it's a nice little system. It goes really quick. Better with two people handing you stuff. So, and the Wago connectors. Again, this is another example of 4 and 3. You're always going to need maybe 1 or 2 of these, or a blue one of the wire nuts, the bigger one, to connect into existing light boxes. All right, that's it. I think this bend here is for the front, and that one's still in place, and you can connect that in there. And for that one, you can just turn the front on and just leave it on all the time. That's not a great deal of energy, extra energy. So, all right, that's the setup. This is the canopy. We'll be hard piping today. This is that box you see, the round box right there is what we're gonna need to get into. It's that pipe that loops around, travels over, and there is a box right there. That's what I'm gonna put a pipe into, and I can just bend that over. I'll put my first light like right here. What I don't have to worry about is fire escape coming down on it. Looks like they've worked that out. And we'll just run a pipe straight that way. Okay, so this doesn't look like too bad of a job. So again, I'll be able to get in here. There's gonna be an always on connection in here, because that runs over to the electric eye, which is that box right there. You can see that electric eye. That's for the fire escape. And then that's interconnected with a current sensor and turns on the front canopy. So, all right, I'm gonna get my materials out through that door. Had to move that dumpster. We'll bring everything out here, and go get my conduit bender and manufacture a little piece, and I'll run it down. Probably attach it to kind of the center, where those lights are. Right there, run that down. So we're here at the front of the building. Entrance door. This is the main box that we're going to be tying into. I already have pipe running that way for a connection. It's got to be connected here. So this runs all the way down to a connection here. And that was that pipe you saw in the basement. That would go out here. If you need to be around, if you need to go around the building, you can take that box off, run it all the way down, especially your front connection for your building, and that's it. Your temporary light connection is buried right here. And that's where they'll plug in their temporary lights, but I need a nice long extension cord for that. They'll usually make this nice and tall to get over this canopy, which is how we developed those beam clamps and that 1/4-inch threaded rod. So that's how we do it. So I'm at the back door of the boiler room, and I've lined up most everything that I need. I just wanted to show you, here's the Wago. That's just a brand name. These are push-on connectors. See, this is just cut out at the end of the year. I'm gonna prep all these. This is the porcelain pull that's gonna go there. I'm gonna go ahead and cut and strip these. So when I'm up on the ladder, I have to do as little work as possible. I will prep these, the ones that are in this bucket. And also, do myself a favor, I will prep these as well. I'll go ahead and cut and strip these as well. There's plenty of wire there. I line these all up here. These might be stored in the chimney room, or they'll be stored, cast iron room gets wet, so got a leak in there. So make a decision on where to store these, that would be good. Plenty of room in the chimney room. All right, so I'm gonna do myself a favor. I will prep this end and those ends down there as well. Like I said, so I have as little work to do on the ladder as possible when I'm up there. I got my feed wire, I'm gonna need some of that. This is Ideal's version, the Ensure. This is a 4-port connection. You need 3, actually, at least, maybe a 4. I've got some 3s in here that I'm mostly gonna use these 3s. Occasionally you need a 4, and occasionally you're gonna need some red or maybe even a blue connector to tie into the mess that's in the box. So, and you'll need your screwdriver, your stripper. This is helpful. Don't need it, but it's very helpful to screw in the porcelain pulls. A couple of these, because I noticed I was missing one. So, all right. And of course my bender, and I've got 2 pieces of conduit here to connect into one of the old feeds. Some of these boxes have 3/4 inch out on the side. I made the mistake of putting one of those up right there. It's hanging off a little loop of wire. I'll come and run the next box off that location there. Now see, I'm in line. I'm going to be in line with those beams. Connect on that beam on the left side and that beam on the right side, so I've got a nice straight line. I'm gonna have to take this one out. I'm gonna put this guy in. He has 1/2 inch knockouts, and I'll just go ahead and cap that guy off. See, I've prepped my wires. You can even put wagos on there before you put them up or not, doesn't really matter. Just in a rush, made a mistake. So I've made my connection. This little bicycle bend, as we call them. Just wanted to show you a few tools of the trade. You got a nice, cut that with a hacksaw. Let me get that to focus. It's really rough end. So if you do a lot of this work, it's good to have this guy. It's a pipe reamer. All right, Climb, Ideal makes these. It's gonna make short work of that. I'm gonna make very short work of that. If you do a lot of work with box ends, this is a nice little tool. It was like $7 for the set. All right, here's the 3/4 version as well. These are actually the fittings for outdoor EMT, compression style, not the screw-on box. Not the screw-on style, compression ring style. You can have a little bit of pride in workmanship. Didn't have to use this, but this is a really nice tool anyway. I'm gonna throw this bad boy in there. I'm gonna ream that out and throw this bad boy in there. Boy, it looks like it's not focusing very well today. That's all right. Well, that's the worst of it. Got that connected into the box. I am gonna put another beam clamp, and I'm gonna support that pipe in the middle, actually probably 3 feet from the box, which I can't really do, but it should pass muster. I had to place a connector in the box. Don't feel bad if it takes extra time. This was maybe missing the screw. It was the wrong connection. Gravity's working. All right, after this, that's a straight shot. Down here, that's the fun part, unless you have to turn the corner, which today we don't. So, this is good. All right, I'm up here. I've run everything. This wire here, I'm gonna leave this. Help me put it up as I went down box by box. I'm gonna leave it because it's gonna help me take it down. No harm, no foul. As I go, I tighten this box in. Now, as you prep your boxes, make sure the end, it'll be that end on that box is very tight. So when you screw this one in, it doesn't spin this box. So if that happens, just adjust if necessary. All right, the next thing you're gonna have to get as you go is this lock nut on the girder beam. Make sure that's nice and tight. This nut on the bottom and this nut here, make sure that's tight. So this is in place. Nice quick install, it's in line. I'm now going to put these up very carefully. All right, just to show you, I've got Wagos in, 2 slots open. Just gonna push the red into the red, that red into the red. Done with the red, same with the white. And we're just gonna move on down the road. All right, I'll show you when it's in. All right, and this would be for a pass-through box. On my feed box at the end of the run, but if it's in the middle, you're gonna need a 4 connector, push-in style connector, because you'll have these 3, and then another one going to the feed. All right, brand new light bulb. All right, this is the correct style. Link rig on top of the ladder. Use a conduit, or this looks like 1/2-inch threaded rod. I push those wires through the box, pretty close. I'm probably in that elbow right there. I'm gonna cut this down a little bit, probably to there, and make our final connection here, and then final connection in the box. So I'm up here at the box. It's wonderful. My neutral goes into the neutral. That's this right here, the white and blue wire. And this wire goes into the same wire, this blue wire that's feeding this dusk to dawn box. It's always on. So on that side, this is where this goes. You'll have to figure it out on the other side. All right, so let's run. Over there, I gotta put a box. Gotta put a cover on the box there. Oh, sorry, it's this one. Those wires hanging out of it. And then we're done. See, lights are on. And I'll go up on the bar roof and unplug the other ones. All right. Here at the panel on what we call the bar roof. This is the bar roof. This is used to be Groucho's way back in the day. Then was a bank, probably will be a bank again. Here's the outlet. This is how you hook up temporary power, right there. Gonna unplug it. I'm just gonna leave it because when they're done, they can disconnect it, like wrap it up. But we're running on hard pipe now. You know, just remembered I forgot to put that little brace in. I'm gonna go back and do that. That's just a code requirement. Have some pride and workmanship. Do it right. Pass mustard. I need to get some little box end plugs as well to close the end of that box so you can see there's a hole in it. And that's about it. Again, if this goes and it wraps around the corner, then you're gonna have to make a bend and wrap it around the corner, which is totally fine. Not a big deal. This one, they're gonna be doing this drop, and when they do the corner, you're gonna have to do that. If everything goes well, maybe later in the season. All right, that's it. It's a fun job. If it's a big job, pull out the rolling scaffold. It's worth it. Setting up, one guy on top, one guy on the bottom, passing everything up goes very quickly. Now, a little video, I'll show you where the rolling scaffold is. I'm in the cleaning room. Go down into this little room here. You can see pieces of the scaffold there. It's not really where they go. I'm not sure why that's there. These should be in here. These look like the outriggers, actually. Okay. This is actually the safety, which you really don't need if you just have a small one. These are the outriggers if you go 3 sections you want there. I think the main pieces are up in the elevator room, but they should be right here with the buckets and the pins and everything you need to put it together. If you don't know what you're doing, don't do that. put it together right. You need the scaffold boards, aluminum ones, and yeah, really, if you can, that really makes the job a lot easier. All right, here's one of them. Plank, aluma plank scaffold deck. That's one of them. So I think everything's committed to the penthouses that were being painted. So, all right, good luck.